So today I want to show you my cornfield food plot and how it's doing, even with the drought we've had this month. I've planted quite a few food plots in this field, and I'll show all of them to you eventually, just like I did the beans and now the corn. What I did was basically start with a blank canvas in this 10-acre field. It all started with the soil sample, of course, followed by a lot of lime, plowing, disking, and that left me with just the open field except the wet spot over here. Then what I was able to do was lay out my design that I already had planned, that I actually spent quite a bit of time on. But on the cornfield, the first thing, of course, was putting down the fertilizer. What we're doing now is spreading the triple 19, 800 pounds. And then yesterday I did it without this stabilizer bar, and the thing just whipped everywhere. Here's my corn, 40,000 for 0.8 acres, 40,000 units. There's about 2/3. All right, a little bit left, which is working out just right. We'll go over there, finish this up. Lightly disking it in. I straighten my discs up. I'm light disking in the seeds. So this is June 1st, and I can already see it coming up nicely. This was broadcasted and then disked in lightly. As you can see, a lot are on the ground, but at the same time, we do have some growth. Very good spot. Oh, look at that night crawler just laying on top of the ground, waiting to get eaten. Look at that. Everything is looking good. If we can just get a little more rain. It's not perfect coverage with the discs. I tried going slow, because if I go too fast, it was putting a big hump in the middle. You have to go just the right speed, and still there's a lot on top, but that's why you put more down. Okay, so here is a 2-week and 2-day update on the corn. I didn't use a cultipacker because we didn't have it at the time, but they're still coming up nicely. Even though some of the seeds were left on top, I still found where they ended up germinating somehow and growing. I was out here with headlights on trying to disc it in. I couldn't see anything when I was disking to try to cover everything up, but the discs did a good job, and the corn's been coming up nicely. It's maybe 5 or 6 inches tall at this point. It's Roundup ready corn, so in a couple weeks we'll come in here and spray with glyphosate, make sure that the weeds are down, and yeah. I have a 15-gallon sprayer on the 4-wheeler. I put 3% glyphosate in it, the 41% glyphosate. The corn is about 8 inches tall. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's somewhere in there. We're gonna go ahead and get it sprayed now. I think the weeds that are gonna grow are up, and I don't want to crash through this any more than I have to. I know it's gonna kill some with the 4-wheeler, but it is what it is. I put 40,000 units on here, and this is 8/10 of an acre. So we'll go ahead and get this sprayed before the wind picks up. I'm not worried about the dew anymore. I'm more worried about the wind. I have sunflowers on this side adjacent to it, and then around this side we have my screening, which is sorghum Sudan grass hybrid. I have it marked off with my flags over here so I don't start daydreaming and drive into my sunflowers and kill those. "40 PSI. I can't see my tire tracks or anything. Just spraying and praying. It's easy to see my rows when I'm driving in the sun, but away from the sun I can't see anything at all. But either way, I'm gonna try going this way a little bit. I don't know here. I'm gonna have this all botched up. So crooked. Second load is filled up with 50 ounces of glyphosate, 15 gallons or so of water. corn was planted 1 month and 3 days ago. Today is June 28th. 3 days after planting, we ended up getting 1/4 inch of rain, and then 3 days after that we got 3/4 inch of rain. And then from that time on, all the way up until 3 days ago, all we had was 1/2 inch of rain. The month of June was horrible. This place was a dust bowl. Nothing was growing except the weeds. And then 2 days ago, we ended up getting just under 3/4 inch of rain. I came in here 10 days ago and sprayed this with glyphosate. This is Roundup Ready corn, of course, like mentioned in the spraying part. 3% glyphosate, and it's doing really well. Most of the weeds are dying. Some of the milkweed's taking a little bit longer to die, but it's going, it looks like it'll be the last to go. I'm looking at my tire tracks and you can see that the corn is coming back up that I ran over. And what I was afraid of was letting this corn get any higher. Afraid that when I run that over with the four-wheeler, that I'm just gonna destroy it. So I'm glad I came in here and took care of it now. Maybe with this rain, it'll really get going. And so I got my little tape measure, and it's around 14 inches tall right now, which isn't too bad, but I really wish it was doing a lot better than this. It is what it is. I can't make it rain. Now with that being said, hopefully this stuff takes off before the weeds start to grow again. It looks pretty good with the rain we got 2 days ago, and the rain we're getting and the nice temperatures. I think it'll start to really shade things out here in the next couple weeks. So that's the cornfield. I'll come back here once it starts growing ears, if it does, which I hope it does, and we'll make another video showing you how it's going. Right now, I think it's doing all right, all things considered, especially that drought. Now the last thing is, the pH in this field was very low, 5.6. And when you get that low, you're losing a lot of your yield, so I read. And the other thing that I learned is ag lime takes quite a few months before it really starts working. And it's not like Pell lime where it's, you know, in a few weeks your pH is up. This stuff lasts a lot longer, but it takes a while before it starts working. So I feel like with my 5.6 pH and the application only being 3 months ago, not even, that the pH is still pretty low, and that may have something to do with my slow growth. But all in all, I think it's doing pretty good, all things considered. I'm gonna head over and spray some 2,4-DB on the clover plots, and I'll make a video. We'll have that up next week, and I'll show you how that is all going. So thanks for watching. We'll see you.